Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're going to have some fun with the Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper, which is a completely free item, which you can get in the, yes, let's have a look at it on that side. You can get it, they are 48 sheets. 12 each of one double-sided design in 4 colours, and they're 6x6s, and you get this totally free if you place an order of £45 or more. So this is in the Sale-A-Bration catalogue, which runs to the 28th of February. So it's a limited period of time. It's a limited pack of paper. So after that period of time, you won't be able to get it again. Says me, I'm just reaching across because I've been doing lots of bits and pieces with it. But it's lovely. You've got all sorts of different colours. And you've got spotty bits, and you've got, let's get these pieces that I've got over, you've got plain ombre and 2 different colours on it. So beautiful designs, really easy to use for lots of things. But when you're cutting things down, you always end up with quite a lot of scraps. Now I've cut these scraps down and I just thought I'd show you what I tend to do. So I've got this little piece here which I've cut something out of, and you are literally just going to roughly cut it down. You can cut it down into little strips, you can cut it down into slightly larger strips. It's entirely up to you how you cut it down. So I've cut just a few off of this because I've cut quite a few. But literally any of your scrap pieces, you can do this with other colours as well, and other pattern papers, but it's a way of using up those tiny scraps that you think, oh, I think I'll just throw those bits away. Don't, and just make use of them. So I've got a whole pile in different colours and different pieces. Now I also want to do something with a bit of a colour on it. So I've got this little scrap of black, and I'm just going to cut a few. So let's take it where I've got some little pieces. So I'm just literally going to cut a few little pieces off in black. And I'm not measuring it at all, as you can see. All I'm doing is just easing it across and cutting it down. Okay, so I don't want a lot of it, I just want a little bit for one of the ones that we're going to do. So I've just done those. Again, you can use any colour you want. There's lots of different ideas using this, but this is just a very simple, straightforward, easy one. Now, I've done some of it because otherwise you're going to see me sticking it down forever. And all I've done is I've taken a strip of paper because we are going to die cut out, and I wanted this to fit into the mini. So anything that's sort of, you know, 3.5 inches, just in a strip, absolutely fine. And then all you need is some wet glue, easiest thing to use. And because I want to have some black in the second part of the card, I am going to put a, no, let's do some of the colour ones first. So literally just take up any piece. So I've got this piece, and I'm going to do this one in some pink, and you're literally just going to lay it down. Butt it up as near as you can. You can leave the other bits sticking off, and then you can trim it. You can trim them all at once, depending whether you've got gluey bits on there or not, will depend how you want to do it. Now I am going to stick a little bit of black in because I want some black in on this second one that I'm going to do. So just put a little piece of black in there. And again, because I've got my sticky coming through over a little bit more than I probably would have wanted to, I'm just going to snip that off so that then that's not going to stick where I'm going. Says me, sticking to my fingers. And then we can just work our way down. Okay, so we've got this one. What colour is that on the other side? Blue. Don't really want blue at the moment. Let's take a purpley bit. So you can match up what you want, and it doesn't look very good at the moment because all you're doing is sticking strips in, but by the time we've finished it will look quite good. So let's just take another piece. I'm going to have a blue because I quite like the blue, but it really is try not to plan it too much, because to be quite honest, when you start die cutting it out, the less formalized it is, the better it seems to look. So I'm just going to take this down. Should we have a big pink one? Yes, that'd be quite nice. So just sort of make sure that you're doing something slightly different each time. You can put the same sort of colorways but different patterns, and don't worry about mixing and matching the different colors as you go, because the idea is that you're just going to build it up in all sorts of different bits. Now I'm going to put another little bit of black. That's slightly smaller. We'll have that one, I think. So it's a great way of doing it with scraps of cardstock, but also patterned paper, because as I say, you always seem to, or I always have little bits when I cut cards down and cut things to the shapes I want. You'll always have some little scrap pieces over. So let's have a green bit now. So I'm just going to do these down to the end so you can see what I'm doing. And let's have a, what colour we got on here? That's a blue piece. That'd be quite nice. So as I say, I'm not really spending a huge amount of time in deciding patterns. All I'm doing is literally just taking it down from one side to the other. I'm going to have another bit of black in here because I do want some quite nice pieces to come through on. I'm going to make 2 cards at the end of this, so you'll be able to see the way the 2 different cards will tone in very differently, one with colours and one not. Now this is a really big piece. Now there's no reason why I can't put a big piece down, so I've got a big piece down on here, and it is, you know, you can take whatever colours, whatever pieces you've got. You don't have to cut them down completely. You can cut them down, as I say, as you want. And let's have a look. We've just got a couple of little pieces down on here. What should we have on here? Should we have, that's pink. I want sort of purple on here, I think. Just, yes, I'm going to have a little piece of purple at the bottom. So it's quite nice to do it with the different colours, because it's one of the good things that, you know, Stampin' Up knows which colours go well. So I've still got quite a few little bits left over. These little bits I'm just going to take out of the way because they're a bit sticky where I did them. But you just do yourself a sheet. Then you need to get a die cutter, and I'm going to use the new little mini because it's an ideal one to be able to put something like that in, and it should fit. Yes, it is going to fit perfectly in there. Okay, so I need my base and my 2 plates. Base and 2 plates. And then I need some dies. Now the dies that I use the most are the Stitch Shapes framelits, because they are lovely shapes. And I'm going to use all circles for this. So we have 4 different sizes, and I think I'm going to use probably all of them. So I've got 3 different sizes. I'm just going to put my piece down on here so it can go in, and then I'm just going to lay the dies in. Doesn't really matter what sort of angle. take that up to the top on there, take that one up to there. I think I'll just do 2 at a time because I don't know whether I want, this one's going to come down into the black, so I might just do a 2 and a 2. Let's put this in on top, doesn't really matter where, and let's see if we can get this through on here. It might be, got to remember to have it so that it's not when we put it in, that it's at a different angle, otherwise, as I say, it won't catch into the machine. And let's have a go at putting it in. Is it going to go? It might be a bit thick with this. Right, I'm not going to faff about with this one at the moment. Let's do it with the little one is fine for little pieces, but I do find that it does tend to stick a bit with the if you're doing more than one die. So let's get my big old faithful out, because then I can do it all in sort of one pass. I don't think you'll be able to see a huge amount of that on here, but some of it. Right, you can see how much I use this one. So let's get the dies out, and we'll put this on here, and then I'm literally just going to put, we'll have, I could actually do it the other way around, couldn't we? We'll have a little one up on there, we'll have a larger one down on there, like that. Do I want the big one? No, I don't. I'm just going to use the 2 smaller ones, I think. Right, so I can just take that through on there, and then we'll take those 2 out like that, take those out, and then we can move it down a bit. Have I got enough to get another one up in that top piece? No. I can move it down on there, tuck that one in that one, tuck that one in there. Just gonna have a tiny bit of black, I think, on there. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So tuck that one in. Oh, let me just make sure I've got this right on the edge. I don't want to do it so I have a sliver out of it. So let's take that one through. Like that. And we can take that one out. And that one out. And then on this last one, we're going to see how many we can get in there. Nice black one. And a little one here. If I ease that up, I might be able to get another one just down at the bottom with a bit of luck. So let's take that one through. So we've got those colours like that, and we've got this one like that, and then we'll have one little one down at the bottom here, which is going to come. I want it to take on both of the colours on there, I think. I'll get it down with the purple, maybe not, maybe just with that piece like that. Okay, unless the bigger one will go. This is where I'm like faffing about with, no, because that'll come down onto the white. Okay, we'll have it in like that, and just put that one in, and just see what comes out of this last one. So you're going to get different shapes and sizes and styles and things as you cut it, but let's put that one there, take the die cutting machine out of the way like that, put it back on my shelf. Right, okay, so let me just get myself all straightened. I always keep saying I need to stop polishing my table, but I don't think that's going to happen. I do like to have a nice clean table. So you've got those pieces left, which you could cut some little things out of if you wanted to, but let's have a look and see what we've got. So we've got some rather nice shapes in the black, and then we've got some shapes in just the plain. Okay, and they're all sort of circles. Now, if we then take, so I'm going to take the reason why I did the black. I've taken a black base, and then I've taken a piece of the ombre and cut it at the paler part. So you can then put, let's take, because we want the black ones with this, don't we? So let's take the large one there, and let's take a small one there, and we can take the other small one down on, or maybe we can take that large one and put that. Okay, because I want large. So, and this is where, as I say, just turn it round until it comes to where you think it's going to look quite nice. So we can have it sort of down like that. And then I would just take a sentiment. So I've still got some little sentiments from here, and I would just put that in like that. And you've got, as I say, a very simple card, but beautiful patterning going on there. So that's sort of a rather nice, bright sort of geometric one, but you can see how turning it. And then on the other one, I'm going to take, I've actually did one earlier on in those sorts of colours. So you can see that one was just cut slightly differently. And let's do it with the ones that we've cut this time. So we've got the one with the purple on the back, and then a purple base. And if we put one like that, and I'm going to do it with two small ones this time, I think. So we'll have one. Let's take it where we want it to go. That little tiny piece has fallen off, but that doesn't matter too much. Let's take it in down on there, and then we'll take this one just in over the top on there. So you can, you know, put them round in different ways. And then again, I would put a sentiment. Have I got any? I've got some little ones left on here. So I've got a thank you would be quite nice. So again, you can put your thank you coming down so that it comes off like that, or put it, if you centralize it a little bit more. So let's centralize this, take that in like that. So we've got one that way, and we're going to have this one the opposite way. So I'm going to tuck this one in under here, and then this one was going to come up like that, or maybe going around that way. So it's completely different angles and shapes and things. And then, as I say, just put your little sentiment down in on the center. So it's an easy way to take little strips of your designer series paper, pattern paper, and cut them into strips and just make some sort of rather nice geometric shapes and things with them. You can stamp the background if you want to. You can take it up to whatever level. You can put ribbons on. You can add little embellishments. So something we're going to be doing later on, I've just taken some of these little dragonflies, die cut them out, and you could put a little dragonfly in the center of each one, just at a different direction. So I've cut those out and then put to one, have it flying right down like that. You know, you can add and do things with it. It's just basically using up all your little scraps and making some really pretty circles, squares, ovals, butterflies, anything that you want to do with it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please stay safe and well and be kind. Bye-bye.